Hello, welcome again to my channel today. I'm so glad to have you here. Um, I would go straight to the point today. I don't want to waste any of your time. And according to what the title is saying, it's this video is going to be basically about what really the real estate buyback means, right? So we understand that there are some people that right now they've gone beyond owning property. They've had so much property already and they don't want anymore. And we also have people that have been saying, I'm not at the point where I have all the money to buy the property I want to buy. So I'll rather make passive income from real estate, and that is where the real estate buyback sets in. This is a short-term real estate investment whereby you make a certain interest over different months of the year of your transaction, and I'll be explaining it this way today. Now, what is real estate buyback in a layman term? I want to explain it like I'm explaining it to a 10-year-old so you would understand very well. So real estate buyback, like I already said, is a short-term real estate investment. When I say short term, I mean, usually real estate is always um, mostly long term. Maybe when you are buying a property and you are leaving it for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, maybe that's majorly called land banking to yield the maximum return on that investment. But with the real estate buyback, if you are someone that you don't have, maybe you want to buy a property and you don't have all the money yet, I would advise you put that money instead of leaving it in the bank, put that money in real estate buyback. Because how much really does the bank give in interest nowadays? I understand it's good to diversify. I understand that you feel that bank is safe, and I actually feel that's a lie that has been told to us. Yes, the bank is safe is because it's a traditional means, but then it's better also to diversify your income, because what happens when maybe you have property and something happens to your land, or maybe, God forbid, maybe your house that you buy collapses? I'm not saying this to say don't buy a house, please don't get me wrong. What I'm saying in essence is this is a way to diversify your income. I understand that you are saying, oh, I earn in dollars, I earn in naira. It's not going to make it. I earn in pounds. It's not going to make any difference to me. That is not entirely true, because what if something goes wrong to that your investment that you have in other countries? That is why I'm introducing to you this real estate short-term real estate investment called the buyback. Now, with the buyback, one good thing about the buyback is not CBEX, buyback is not MMM. Buyback is you actually buying a property. As a matter of fact, it's okay to say you are actually partnering with the developer to co-own a property, and then after a particular amount of time you sell your property that you bought back to the company. And note, you are not waiting for them to sell that land back. You are not waiting for them to sell that land back before you get your money. So you are going to get your money according to the time that you picked for your investment. So it is a short-term real estate investment where right now the percentage on it is for 24 months you'll be getting 85% interest on your investment. For 18 months you'll be getting 65% interest. For 12 months you'll be getting 40% interest, and for 8 months you'll be getting 26% interest on your investment. And that is beautiful. That is a good way to earn passive income. You are not selling anything in return. You are not lifting a finger to make that work. This is real estate, and real estate and time are 5 and 6. So as long as there's property, as long as you own a property, it always increases in value. And anything that is increasing in value or normally is something that drives wealth. And if you are wondering, how safe is this, you're going to be getting legal documents for this investment. So you'll be getting a deed of buyback, and a deed of buyback is a document that talks about all your transaction, how that you have decided to buy a property of 10 million naira, of 100 million naira, for a duration of just so amount. And that is what that is for. There's an acknowledgement letter, there's a receipt of cost, and there is a check. You can decide to take a check for that carries both your capital and also carries your your return on your capital. Another thing you'll be getting that is very interesting, even though it is on request, is a provisional survey of that property that you are buying. So imagine that you have a property already and you know how much you are going to sell that property for. Now, the developers are going to be selling these properties in the future to people that want to keep this property for long term, for as long as 10, 20 years, or even 30 years. Now, here is the thing. If at the maturity of your investment, you say, okay, you don't want to sell back to the company anymore, you can keep your property to yourself. That's another way to look at it. You can keep your property to yourself, just that you have now gotten the property at below the market price, because by the time the properties come out on sale, you'll be getting you'll be buying it. You would have realized that you bought it at way lower than the original market price. And if you are saying at the future that you don't want to sell it back to the company, good, all well and good. Just that at that time you will then pay for the documentation of that property. And the properties we have now for that have great title. We have properties that has C of O as title. We have one that is going for 20 million naira per plot, and you can decide to do buyback on it for 100 million naira. That is 5 plots. And that property is directly opposite the international airport. But right now you can never get a property selling directly opposite the international airport at that amount. So you see the thing about buyback, right? If you are not already following this channel, I don't know why, but I would really implore you to hit the subscription button and also like, share. That way the algorithm will be pushing us further, and this is the best you can do for us right now. And if you also want to know more information about what this buyback really is, you can hit me up on the numbers you can see on this video. Also, you can hit the notification bell. That bell will definitely ring whenever I drop new videos and new updates. My name is Yemisi Ashadu Aribi, and if you are just seeing me for the first time, thank you so much. Thank you for watching up until this point. And if you've been seeing me before now and you've not hit the button, please do so right now. I'm here and ready to listen to all your information. You can also hit me directly on WhatsApp using the link that is in my bio right now. Okay, so I'll be waiting for your call, I'll be waiting for your chat, I'll be waiting to answer all your questions. See you in my next video.